Welcome to your 30-minute Vinyasa practice. My name is Elisa. For those who I haven't met, welcome. Such a pleasure to be here. We are going to be moving for about 30 minutes-ish. So wherever you are, just finding a comfortable seat. We'll arrive with a brief meditation, a little bit of pranayama to arrive further into the body. So if you'd like, you can start lying on your back as well if sitting upright isn't comfortable for you today. But finding your way into stillness and closing down the eyes and just noticing how it feels to take away a sense, softening the eyelids, noticing if there is a resistance or if it's quite comfortable and natural for you. And just give the body and the mind a moment to reconnect, a moment to be aligned with one another, a moment to kind of arrive fully to this present moment. And as you begin to settle into your seat or on your back, perhaps taking notice of the space that you take up. I always like to trace the edges of the skin with your awareness. Just gaining an understanding of where you are in space at this moment. In a moment here to find the movement of your breath. And if you can, beginning to follow this rhythm of breathing as closely as possible, starting from that first desire to take in the breath, noticing maybe the flaring of the nostrils where the breath moves, all the way to that process of letting go, exhaling, following the breath completely out of the body. And continuing with this observation. I'd like to open this space, our time together, by acknowledging the traditional custodians of this land from which I am sitting on. I'd like to pay my deepest respects and acknowledgement to their ancestors, their elders, past, present, and emerging. And I'd like to offer my deepest gratitude to the ancestors of this practice, this Eastern practice of yoga and meditation. And express my most sincere thanks to the yogis who spent so many years cultivating these practices that we learn from today. Such an honor. Just continuing to follow your own movement of breath. And we will have a little play with a pranayama, a Brahmari breath, which is essentially a closed mouth hum. And you're sending the sound or the energy up through the roof of the mouth and experiencing the entire length of your exhalation. So such a wonderful practice to create sound within the body. This humming sensation, I find personally, creates a sense of presence or ease. And of course, if anything, just allowing you to experience a very slowed down, intentional version of your exhalation. So it sounds like this. Just letting the sound be attached to the entire length of your exhalation, and everyone's is going to be a different length. So if yours is shorter or longer, please know you're welcome to express however. We'll take 3 rounds to arrive. So no need to wait for me. Just continue to roll over onto your second and third, and we'll meet in silence before we begin our asana moving. So when you're ready, 3 rounds of Brahmari breath, inhaling to begin. Noticing how you feel after that intentional exhalation. Maybe a little echo of the practice. No right or wrong way to feel, just experiencing what is present for you. Whenever you're ready, you can blink the eyes open and inhale the arms wide and high. Full breath in. See if you can elongate through the back body, lift up through the top half of the body, and then enclose ever so slightly through the lower ribs, hugging the lower ribs in, fingertips towards the sky. Maybe the gaze comes up with you, big opening of the front body. Then exhale, sweep your hands behind you, clasp the hands, interlace the fingers, then open up the sternum towards the sky, squeezing the shoulder blades together, anchoring through the hips. Inhale. Stability through the hips as you bow forward, chest towards the ground, fist in the air, open up here. Maybe the forehead comes to the mat, maybe not. One more like that. Inhale, rising, taking this into a heart opening towards the ceiling, squeezing the shoulder blades. Then exhale, bowing forward. Inhaling to come back up to an upright spine. Release the shoulders, maybe give them a shake. We'll meet in all fours from here. So feeling your way to an all fours position, taking your time here to really arrive with intention of where you place your body. So the hands are underneath the wrists, the fingertips are spread wide. You're gripping the pads of the fingers into the ground. An external rotation of the shoulders and a soft bend in the elbows. Here, let the weight be even as you draw the navel up towards the ceiling. Find that engagement through the front half of the body and an elongation of the back of the neck. And then beginning to move either freely, intuitively, however you'd like, swaying, rocking, or taking some cat-cows. Dropping the belly, lifting the tailbone and the gaze on your in-breath. Exhale as you dome through the armpits, the upper back on your out-breath. Just arriving into the physical body. Again, movement can be free and expressive. And when you're ready, stabilizing through the right hand as you lift the left arm up towards the sky. Press the ground away, left fingertips reaching, deep twist through the spine here. Inhale, and then exhale, weave left arm underneath the right. Maybe the back of the hand finds the mat or the round of the shoulder and the ear. If you need, you can put a cushion underneath your shoulder here or your head. Freedom to stay here, or maybe walk your right fingertips up and then to the left, deepening this twist. Maybe gaze comes under the right armpit. 2 more breaths here. Big twist here through the thoracic. 1 more. Exhale, right hand finds the ground, left hand finds the sky. And then placing the left hand down. Couple more movements here. Maybe some cat-cows. Stabilizing through the left hand as you reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. 1 more breath, really engage through that left hand as you open the chest towards the sky, and then weave the right arm underneath the left. Either the back of the hand finds the mat, you stay here, or maybe the round of the shoulder and the ear can find the earth. Or again, offering yourself some support under your shoulder.
Staying here or walking the hands in front of you and then over to the right. So you're opening through that left side body, staying stable through the legs as you inhale and exhale, twist. Big opening here. 2 more breaths. When you're ready, stabilizing left hand and reaching right arm back up towards the sky. And the right hand finds the ground again, a bit of freedom to move here. Okay, so finding downward facing dog, but we'll move slowly here. So tucking the toes, engaging through the arms as you hover the knees off the ground, stay here. And then extending the arms, keep the knees bent, you're on the balls of the feet, bring the belly to the tops of the thighs. So you're almost like crouching as if you're gonna pounce forward. So stabilize through the arms, find that external rotation of the shoulders, and then begin here with the belly glued to the knees, or the thighs, excuse me. Send the sit bones high in the sky, and then elongate through the back of the legs. So just a nice slow arrival, beginning to pedal the feet. Arriving in downward facing dog, taking 1 full breath in through the nose. Sigh it out the mouth. We'll go through rolling plank. Inhale, coming forward into plank. Tippy toes here. Freedom to bring the knees down just as long as the shoulders are over the hands. Bend the knees, send the hips back. Maybe belly touches the thighs. Downward facing dog. 2 more like this. Making this your own expression. Doesn't have to look like me. You can make this any type of shape that you'd like, really, just as long as you're using the breath to guide you there. Next time, looking in between your hands, bend the knees, come up high in the balls of the feet. Exhale, find your way to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift fingertips to shins. Exhale, bow yourself forward. Flare the toes, engage through the heels, engage the whole back line of the legs as you rise to standing, nice and strong through the legs. Bring the arms up and over. Keeping the hands high, bring the palms together. And then step the right foot behind the left. So you're kind of cross-legged, right foot is behind the left. Inhale here, then take a hold of the left wrist with the right hands and tilt to the right. So you're pressing the legs together. So they're acting kind of as a counterbalance as you hinge, stretching the left side body. 1 more full breath here. Deepening as you exhale. Inhale back to center. Hands can come apart, fingertips towards the sky. This time, stepping the right foot back to center and the left foot behind the right. So the legs are crossed. Inhale, left fingertips take the right wrist as you tilt to the left, pressing the legs together. 2 breaths here, opening the right side body. Perhaps deepening the hinge as you exhale. Inhale, back to center, unravel the legs. Exhale, bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, maybe opposite to the beginning of our practice. Inhale, sternum towards the sky, bend the knees as you bow forward. Exhale, fists come in the air, bending the knees a lot. Let the belly rest on the thighs, and then let the weight of the arms, the head, the neck carry you towards the ground. Maybe releasing the head here, completely nodding. Yes, no. Inhale, and then exhale, release the arms to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step both feet back into plank, flowing through our first vinyasa together, but we'll pause in the middle. So knees down to the ground. Exhale, deliver yourself all the way onto your belly, striking cobra, fingertips wider than the mat, elbows towards the sky, toes pointing back, legs are strong. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, flowing back down to the ground. 2 more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Plant the hands in line with the ribs, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Inhale fully. Exhale, bend the knees, look in between your hands, step or float your way to the top of your mat. Again, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, elongate the spine in a tabletop shape. Exhale, bow. Rising tall, inhale, use the strength of the legs. Palms come to touch as you exhale all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow, bend the knees, plant the hands, reach the right toes and leg all the way behind you. Lower the right knee to the ground. Inhale, rising the torso up, Anjalayasana, low lunge. Elongate the spine, find an upright torso, verticality through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Stabilize here, inner thighs squeezing. Inhale, lift up through the rib cage, elongate through the tailbone. Then exhale, twist to the left. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. We're pressing the palms together as leverage to twist you even deeper. Maybe gaze comes over the left elbow, left shoulder. Now finding awareness in the feet, tucking the right toes if they're not tucked already. And then we're going to inhale, press the ground away, lift the right knee off the ground, twisting even deeper. Inhale. Exhale, lower the right knee to the ground, moving slowly. Inhale, lifting right knee off the ground. Find your lower belly. And exhale, lower right knee to the ground. One more here. Inhale, lifting right knee off the ground. And then unraveling, finding crescent lunge, engaging through your legs. Find that strength, torso high. Right leg is extended. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, arrowhead, sweep the arms behind you, hover the belly over the left thigh. Inhale to rise tall. And exhale, sweeping behind, arrowhead. One more like this with your breath. Inhale, strength through the core, through the arms and legs. Exhale, bowing forward, hugging belly over the left thigh. From here, we're going to take this into a standing balance. So from arrowhead, stabilize through that left foot. Can you draw the right knee towards the chest as you bring the arms up? One sweeping movement. It's okay if your balance is off early in the practice. Full breath in here. And then exhale, bring that right ankle on top of the left thigh. Take a figure four. Hands to heart center as you sink into a chair variation here. So that right foot is flexed, the right knee is pressing towards the ground. The back body, the chest is pulling forward. You're elongating through the lower back. One more full breath. Stay for the exhale. We're going to come out the way we came in. Inhale, arms up, knee towards the belly. Exhale, sweep the right leg behind you. Lower the toes to the ground, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come down, frame the left foot, and step back into plank position, flowing through your first vinyasa of your choice. Knees, belly, chest, and chin to the ground if you're following me. Inhale into cobra, and exhale into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes and the tailbone nice and high. A few moments to settle back to a space of intention, back to an attitude of kindness, of curiosity perhaps, back to the present moment, keeping the breath even, offering ease. When you're ready, looking in between your hands, bending the knees, finding your way to the top of your mat, Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, bowing forward, exhale. Rising tall on the in-breath, bring the arms with you. And then pouring yourself all the way back down. Halfway lift, inhalation. Exhale as you plant the fingertips, reach the left leg this time, far behind you with care, with grace, dropping the knee to the ground. I like to keep the toes on the left side tucked. As you know, we're going to come in and out of some movement here. So squeezing the inner thighs together and rising, Anjalayasana. A moment to settle, find strength and evenness through this shape. No straining here. As you inhale, exhale, hands come through heart center, Anjalayasana. Anjali Mudra. Inhale, lifting up through the rib cage, and exhale, twist to the right.
And then hooking the left elbow to the outside of the right knee, pressing the hands together, pressing the feet into the ground as you offer a deeper twist. Exhale. Not straining, perhaps observing the breath in this shape. An invitation to move through some flow out here. Inhale, lifting the back knee off the ground, twisting. Exhale, lower the left knee back to the ground. Inhale, lift, lengthen the back leg. Exhale, lower. 2 more like this, squeezing the inner thighs together, drawing the right hip back into space. Lifting up, dropping down. Inhale here. And then unraveling into your crescent lunge, maybe releasing through that right leg, lengthening here. A moment to settle into this shape. Inhale. Exhale, arrowhead, torso, belly, hovering over the right thigh. Maybe come up high in the ball of the left foot. Long line through the spine. Energy out the fingertips. Inhale, rising back up, crescent lunge. Exhale, arrowhead. Nice and controlled. Inhale, crescent lunge. Last one, exhale, arrowhead pose. This time thinking about the standing balance, shifting energy and effort into the right foot as you draw the left knee towards the chest, standing up, arms come with you. Beautiful. Noticing how this side feels. So you draw the left knee towards the face, fingertips towards the ceiling. Inhale. Long back body. Exhale, left ankle on top of right thigh, figure 4. Hands come through heart center. Take a moment to adjust as you flex the left foot, actively pressing the outside of the left knee towards the ground, elongating through the spine, finding a point of focus, hugging the belly in, long back of the neck. Thinking about the exit as you inhale, draw all of that energy from the earth, that stability through the right foot, all the way back up, left knee towards the belly, arms towards the sky. Exhale, sweep that leg, the arms behind you as you deliver the left toes to the earth. Arms come up, crescent lunge. And exhale, arms, hands come down to frame the right foot. Step back silently if you can into plank. Flow through a vinyasa of your choice. Take your time to have a rest in child's pose if you would prefer. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. Lovely. We'll do that one more time, but maybe this time 1 breath per movement, so we won't hold it for so long. You can move faster or slower than my voice. You can skip bits, you can add bits. Make this your own. Lovely. When you're ready, inhaling right leg high behind you. Exhale, knee to the, exhale, knee to nose. Step that foot in between your hands. Rising up into a low lunge as you drop the back knee. Inhale. Stay for the exhale, drop the shoulders. Find the lower belly. Inhale here. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale to lift. Exhale to twist to the right. Keeping left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee off the ground. Inhale. Lower the knee, exhale. 1 more, inhale. Lower the knee, exhale. Lifting up, inhale. Stay for the exhale in your twist, and then unraveling into crescent lunge, inhalation. Exhale, arrowhead pose as you move forward. Inhale, crescent lunge as you rise up. 2 more, exhale, arrowhead pose as you lunge forward. Inhale, crescent lunge as you rise up. This time coming forward into arrowhead pose and finding your balance, standing on that right knee, that right foot, as you draw the left knee towards the chest. Exhale, figure 4 stretch, hands through heart center, adjusting as you need. Full breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, bringing knee back up to the chest, arms towards the sky. Exhale, send that left leg behind you. Crescent lunge on your in-breath. Bowing forward on your out-breath, stepping that right foot back to meet the left vinyasa of your choice, resting, adding some other creativity here.
Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. One full breath to arrive intentionally into the shape. Realign with the movement of your breath. And you're inhaling the left leg high behind you. Knee to nose as you dome through the upper spine. Hug in the belly. Step that left foot in between your hands. Lower the right knee to the ground. Inhale, rise, low lunge. Exhale to settle. Inhale here. And exhale, hands come through heart center. Anjali Mudra. Inhale, lifting up through the top half of the spine, the rib cage. Exhale, twist to the left. Right knee hooks to the outside of the left knee. As you lift the right knee off the ground, inhale. Twisting even deeper, exhale. 2 more, inhale to lift. Exhale to lower, drawing left hip back into space, keeping the hips square, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This time as you lift up, right knee off the ground, unravel, finding Crescent Lunge. And exhale to find Arrowhead Pose. Inhale, Crescent Lunge, elongation through the back of the body. Exhale, hugging in lower belly, lower ribs, hovering off the thigh. Inhale to rise, big sweep of energy towards the sky. This time as you find Arrowhead, holding here, transferring effort and awareness into that left foot as you rise into your standing balance, right knee towards the chest. Exhale, figure 4, stretch here. Hands to heart center, a moment to settle. Find your balance, find your chair version here. And inhale to come back out as you draw the right knee towards the chest, fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, sweep that right leg back behind you, deliver the toes to the mat with control as you find Crescent Lunge. 1 more breath in. Breath out, hands come down, frame the left foot, step back into plank, flowing through your last vinyasa of our time together. Maybe taking a rest in child's pose. We'll meet in a downward facing dog when you're ready. Taking 1 breath together as we sync up our breathing. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. 1 more long breath in. Long breath out. This time stepping into Malasana Yogic squat, either jumping there or stepping left foot to the outside of the left hand, then right hand to the outside of the right hand. You can have a little play, like a frog. Malasana. Maybe the toes turn out a little bit as you bring the hands to heart center, elbows to the inside of each knee. Now, if you're open like me, my hips are quite open, so I can easily sit here. So I want to look for engagement. I want to engage, press the ground away, use my muscles as I hold this squat. Inhale. Long breath out, exhale. And then from here, can you, without thinking too hard, lower your bum all the way to the ground? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Without the help of your hands, wonderful. Here you are, seated on the ground. Feet are planted. And the sit bones, can you walk them forward towards your heels? Bring the hands to the back of the thighs. So once the hands are at the back of the thighs, round the shoulders down the back body. Squeeze the shoulder blades together so the chest is quite open, but you're strong and stable here. And then as you walk the sit bones closer to the heels, can you press the belly even closer to the thighs by using the strength of your arms? And then find the tallest, most erect back body. You feel all of those muscles engaged, everything is engaged. You're cementing the feet to the earth, using all of your support here as you nice, strong back body, holding it here, not straining through the face or the breath. And then see as an experiment if you can let go of your legs, keep the back exactly where it is. Learning to activate and engage through the musculature of the back. And then from here, gluing the feet into the earth as you lower yourself, each vertebra with control, all the way to the ground. A little bit of core engagement. Seeing if any tension begins to arrive, maybe through the face. You get that little shaky bit through the middle. Once you arrive to the ground, bring the arms up and over. Maybe taking a nice long stretch here. We'll take one little bridge here before we find Shavasana. So bending the knees, making sure the back of the neck is long. Shoulders are placed into the mat. Fingertips can brush your heels. You might need to walk your heels closer to your bottom. And then we'll inhale, lifting the hips up in the sky. And maybe walking the shoulder blades together, hands underneath the sacrum. And taking 2 or 3 more breaths here. In your back bend. Pressing the ground away, inner thighs again, squeezing towards each other like magnets. And final breath here. And then lowering with control, really presenting yourself all the way to the ground. Legs extend. And arriving in your Shavasana. Wherever you're comfortable, maybe hand on your belly, hand on your heart, or taking up a lot of space. Offering yourself pure, intentional rest. I invite you to stay here in Shavasana, this very important pose of integration of rest. If you have an extra 5 minutes or 10 even. If you would like to close the space with me for the sake of our time together, just beginning to wiggle here as you slowly feel your way back into an upright seated position. A moment for the energy to settle back into the base of the body, to reach up through the crown of your head. And we'll take a big inhale, bring the arms wide and high, touching the right and left palm above the crown. As you exhale, draw this energy in towards the center of your chest, the center of compassion, integration, and love. And in this gesture of gratitude, I invite you to acknowledge 3 things you're grateful for today. Bowing towards your hands and all the way towards the earth to seal in your practice. Thank you so much for joining me. Such a pleasure. Please reach out, get in touch if you have any questions or comments or just want to say hello. I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, have a lovely day. Thank you.